And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're on the road here today, getting a late start, and that's okay. We'll just stay on longer. That's the beauty of doing the show. We'll go when we want to and start when we want to and stay as long as we want to. So Chick-fil-A said, we don't care. Just sell some chicken noodle soup, and we will because it's cold out there today. Got a little bite to it, the wind does. So it's going to warm back up. I think we got another Jesse. Is Jesse working today, Carolyn? Is Jesse working today? If he's here, we'll get a weather forecast, but we do have cooler temperatures and a chance, I think, some snow next week, so it's all right. It's January. We're getting closer each day, closer to spring. So birthdays today. Happy birthday to Rod Stewart having a birthday, 79. Happy birthday to Boxing Hall of Famer George Foreman. Is George Foreman more famous for his boxing or for his grills? I guess you call them. Remember the grills he had? I guess you can still get them. Foreman's 75. Pat Benatar, 71, the singer. Hall of Fame race car driver Bobby Rahal having a birthday, 70. And Tucker Taylor, my camera guy, having a birthday today. Tucker is 16 years young today. So happy birthday to Tucker. Tucker's a great kid, and he helps me. Carrie and Jason's son helps me with the ball games. In fact, he'll be running the camera Friday night. We'll be at Unicoi County. So we appreciate Tucker Taylor. All right, verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. This is the Lord Jesus' show. We just went over 8,700 followers overnight, so continues to grow. Give him the praise, the honor, and the glory. It is not me. It is him. Trust me, it is not me. It is him. And I totally get that. I understand it. And that's the way I want it to be. It's his show. 2 Thessalonians 3:16 says, now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with all of you. 2 Thessalonians 3:16, our verse of the day today. So anyway, very proud. We've gone over 8,700 followers on the show. And may not mean anything to you, but all I do is I give him praise and honor and glory. It's his show. As Phil Robertson said at one point, and that show's history, said this show goes as far as God wants it to go, and look what it did. It became a household show for, 4 or 5 years, I guess, Duck Dynasty. So, anyway, he gets the honor, he gets the praise, and he gets the glory. It's his show. 2 Thessalonians 3:16. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with all of you. So, there you go. 2 Thessalonians 3:16, the verse today. We're live here at Chick-fil-A. It's cold out. It's a good day to get either the chicken tortilla soup or the chicken noodle soup or anything hot up there on the menu board. That would be the original chicken, the spicy chicken sandwich, the nuggets, the chicken strips, the grilled chicken, the grilled nuggets, the grilled chicken club, the grilled chicken Cool Wraps. Any of those, or the salads, of course. Go with the salads. A lot of folks getting salads have been selling a lot of the Cobb salad for the new year, understandably so. Folks wanting to lose weight, it's one of those New Year's resolutions, so the salads will do it. The Cobb, the Market, or the spicy Southwest chicken salad. So all that available up here. Then, of course, the drink right now is the Mango Passion. You have the iced tea, you have the Sunjoy, you have the lemonade, or the frosted Mango Passion. And that's all available for lunch and dinner. Of course, they have a whole separate breakfast menu. We're not here for breakfast, of course, to do the show, but it's there. The chicken minis. Whoo! Can't go wrong with the chicken minis. They are awesome. So, lots going on in the world of sports. Another pro football coach can. One close to home. Doug Vrabel from the Tennessee Titans fired overnight. Don't totally get that, but we're going to delve into that a little bit. Also, we've got some more college football news. College basketball last night, crazy. Top two teams upset, gone. Purdue knocked off, and Houston gets upset. So we'll talk about that. Tennessee plays tonight at Mississippi State. We'll talk about that. And we got a whole slew of high school basketball to go through. National Hockey League. Greg will be here at the top of the hour in just a few minutes, matter of fact, talking about baseball. Also later on, Eddie Morrell's coming to talk wrestling. Joseph Taylor's going to stop by. And so all that and more as we are here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and honoring the birthdays of Rod Stewart. Favorite Rod Stewart song? I guess his signature song would be Maggie May, I would assume. Maybe not with other folks, but I think it would be. Hello to Carl Wilson. Hello to Junior Campbell and Steve Shipley out of Middle Tennessee. Thank you, sir. for watching the show. Stewart 79, George Foreman 75, Pat Benatar 71, and Bobby Rahal, the Hall of Fame race car driver, is 70 today. Those are the birthdays again here on this Wednesday, church night, January the 10th, 2024. We'll take a look at college basketball coming up next, right after this, from one of our great sponsors, Making It Go. That would be the good folks where we worship, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. Now, I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue, and that is always the buzz, and if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Would you please?
Eagle Center Co-op is a great collection of antiques and collectibles, coins, cast iron, vintage furniture, artwork, just about anything that you can think of. And I always say that it's full of things from the past that tell a story when people no longer can. So lots of things to add character and conversation to your home, handmade jewelry, just about anything that you can think of, we've got it.
You have a waiting list. How many vendors right now?
We have close to 50 vendors, and we have a 2-page waiting list for people who would like to become vendors, and hopefully we can work those in somehow. It's exciting.
Hours are open?
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
And social media?
Social media is on Facebook at Eagle Center Co-op, and we're located at 507 East Elk Avenue in downtown Elizabethton. Beautiful downtown.
Beautiful downtown. Be loyal. Buy local, and buy it in Betsy at Eagle Center Co-op in downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Football. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Let's take a look at. Oh, no, forgot something again. Oh, went off and forgot it again. Here she comes to get it. All right, let's run down top 25 college basketball. 3 upsets. Purdue Nebraska knocks off Purdue 88-72, lose by 16. Number 2, Houston beats Iowa State. Start over, Tom. Top-ranked Purdue loses to Nebraska by 16. Number 2, Houston loses to Iowa State by 4. Colorado State got upset. Number 17 team in the country losing by 7. Other top 25 last night. Kentucky beats Missouri by 13. Number 6 in the country, the Wildcats. 25th ranked Texas beats Cincinnati by 1. 16th ranked Auburn, an 11-point win over Texas A&M. 22nd ranked Creighton defeats DePaul by 26 points. You have 18th ranked BYU defeating Baylor. No, got that wrong. Baylor defeated BYU. 14th ranked Baylor beat BYU by 9. It was Utah State, 20th ranked Utah State beating the Wyoming Cowboys by 24. Also last night, 11th ranked Duke, no problem with Pittsburgh, beat them by 22. And then 19th ranked San Diego State, a 3-point win over San Jose State. So the top two teams get beat. Purdue loses by 16 to Nebraska at Nebraska. And number 2 Houston losing to Iowa State by 4. Today, top 25, 5th ranked Tennessee at Mississippi State. 3rd ranked Kansas at Central Florida. 23rd ranked Clemson will be in Blacksburg to battle the Hokies of Virginia Tech. You have 13th ranked Memphis hosting Texas San Antonio. 7th ranked North Carolina plays at NC State. You have 15th ranked Wisconsin tonight on the road in Columbus to battle the Buckeyes. 4th ranked UConn at Xavier. 11th ranked Marquette hosting the Butler Bulldogs. And 9th ranked Oklahoma goes to Texas Christian in men's top 25 college basketball. We'll take a break. We'll talk baseball coming up next. He's here, ready to go. How about Big John's Closeouts? Again, we got cold weather coming. And so what do you need to have around your home to make sure you can get cold weather things taken care of? That makes sense? I think so. I don't know. I don't think it made a whole lot of sense. But anyway, it's been a day. It has been a day. That's okay. We're going to pull through it. All right, quick break. We'll be right back after this. Right here it is. Big John's Closeouts will be there tomorrow on the Tom Taylor Sports. Winter is coming around the corner, and tell us how we can get things winterized here with help from Big John's Closeouts.
Well, as the weather changes, people start noticing, where their heat's going and where their electric bills are going to be soaring. So there's a lot of ways that you can sort of help address that and also do some preventative maintenance so you don't have issues when it does get very, very cold. And we know it's going to be consistently cold later on as we get farther into the year. One of the biggest areas where people, lose a lot of their heat and have difficulties is with their windows or their doors, but primarily their windows. You've got so many openings in your house where your windows are, and if you've got older wood windows or aluminum windows or windows that have been there a long time that have not been updated with the newest, manufacturing processes and all the bells and whistles that go with it, then, it may be a time when you want to look at replacing your windows. And we can get, replacement windows from Silverline, and that's just a little brochure that Tom can hold up there. We can order these windows with all kind of different types of glass, from regular just plain insulated glass to low E glass to, more energy efficient glass with argon and things in there. We can also get these with different type of grill patterns, so you can do a prairie look or just a colonial look in the grills to sort of dress it up a little bit. You can get full screens, you can get half screens, you can get just about anything you want within every quarter of an inch made in these windows. And so they'll fit right in. You can get fairly close to your rough opening, so you don't have to do a lot of filling in. You don't have to do a lot of modification as far as that goes, and they're very well priced. And they're running probably around 3 weeks out. Now, that can vary as you get closer in the holidays, because you're going to have Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that's going to slow some of your manufacturing down. But, there's other things that you can do to help, to look out for potential problems. Something as simple as just faucet covers. Your outside faucets, they're on the front and the back of the house. When it gets down, way below freezing and stuff of that nature, it's important you remove your water hose from it, so if they're a freezeless faucet, they can drain. But you can also put these little foam covers over them to help seal those off. It's a lot easier to put a $3.79 faucet cover on than it is to have to replace a faucet and try to redo your plumbing as far as that goes. Foam pipe insulation, that's a good way, especially pipes that run close to the exterior walls or foundation of your house. They should be insulated. It should be covered with some heat tapes to go on there, especially ones that are really close to maybe where there's drafts or things of that nature that can't be helped. When you start thinking about insulating floors and ceilings and adding insulation. We've got Owens Corning insulation, that we're very proud to be a seller of. Everything from R13 all the way up to R38 and above in different widths, either 15 or 23 inch wide. We've got it here at Big John's. When you're looking at foam tape and weather stripping for around your doors and other things where there's drafts and things where the old weather strips wore out or it's not there anymore, we've got that. So we've got just about anything you need, caulking, whatever, to make sure that you can get your house ready for winter and the colder weather and the wind that's going to be blowing to save you money.
Hours are open.
We're here from 7:30 to 6, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturday, closed on Sunday.
Social media.
You can find us at www.bigjohnscloseouts.com. Also, experts with an S at bigjohnscloseouts.com. Or if you'd like, you can even email me at Mike, M-I-K-E, at bigjohnscloseouts.com.
And a phone number.
423-542-4755.
One of our great sponsors, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports, where they hammer high prices. Mike Barnett and the folks out here at Big John's Closeouts here in downtown Elizabethton. And again, with Double C Western Supply, a lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service, I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them. And just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabeth. And again, social media, they're there, and also the website, doublecwestern.com. So proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diane and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does. Joseph says, no, we're not singing Rod Stewart today. When I get on
Maggie May.
Would you think that's his stable song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Signature song, I would
That's
think.
the one song I think of when you say Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart's Maggie May.
Yeah.
So he's had a bunch of them. He's having a birthday today. He's 79. George Foreman. So is Foreman more for his grill or for his boxing?
It depends on when you were born, I
Yeah.
guess. For me, it's boxing, but
Mass appeal, you would think it's probably the grill.
yeah.
But
yeah.
boxing, where he got it started, where he got his fame, was in the ring. He's 75 today. Pat Benatar, I think it was Hit Me With Your Best Shot. I think that's her signature song.
Yeah.
She's 71. Then Bobby Rahal, who I don't know much about except he's an IndyCar driver.
I remember
70.
him.
Yep.
I remember him.
And then Tucker Taylor's having a birthday today, my camera guy. He's having a birthday, the big 16 today.
Oh, wow.
To
He's
be
old.
16, yeah. To be 16 again.
16.
If we knew half of what we know now back when we were 16, things would be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, sure would.
Yes. Hello to Linda Birchfield, Jimmy Stout, Rick Ranson down in Pensacola, John Lee. Junior says Forever Young. That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That's the one Daniel Grindstaff took and sang and made a #1 bluegrass song with Dolly Parton, was Forever Young, which is a Rod Stewart song. Steve Shipley down in Middle Tennessee. Joseph Taylor joins us coming up here in just a few minutes. We've got baseball with my man here. Major League Baseball update. Here we go. Ready to roll. Josh Hader. I'm going to start throwing out these names. Well, first of all,
Yeah.
we'll start with the guy with the Cubs.
Yeah, Shoto Imanaga.
Imanaga?
Imanaga, yeah. So they have not come out and said what the contract consists of. You know, he's 30 years old. He's definitely got number one stuff. You know, he's shown that in Japan. So, you know, the thought is it's probably going to be somewhere around $15 million a year. Don't know how many years. He'll probably have opt-outs. It'll be a complicated contract. I guarantee that, especially since it's taking them so long to really announce it. But it looks like the Cubs are finally going to do something because they've not really done anything in the Hot Stove League yet. And now it looks like they're going to do something and go out and get Shoto Imanaga, which if you couldn't get Yamamoto from Japan, this is the guy you wanted.
Yeah. It's funny because this morning I was sitting there in my studio going, Imanaga. I'm going to get this one right.
Yeah.
They got them funny names.
Yeah.
Imanaga. So, going to be a Cub. Good
Looks
move
like
for them.
Looks like it. Yeah, definitely a boost to their pitching staff for sure. Here's the thing that I think they're going to. So here's the thing that kind of concerns me about him because they were saying, oh, the Reds are interested in him as well, and we heard that for a while, and then you know the Reds just cooled off on all that, but he's more of a fly ball pitcher, and I don't know if that's going to come
Wrigley.
back to Wrigley, and then the other ballparks in that division like
Central.
Great American Ballpark and even Milwaukee. You know, they hit a lot of home runs there, so that kind of concerns me just a little bit. He may be a guy that may give up the long ball a little bit, but he'll probably be he'll probably do well otherwise.
We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Daly Sports show number 1998. Again, we have the new drinks up here. The Seasonal Mango Passion comes in Sunjoy, lemonade, iced tea, and a frosted mango passion, which I remember from last year was really good. And, of course, today, as I asked Gloria up there a while ago, she's selling soup. Oh, yeah, selling a lot of chicken noodle soup and chicken tortilla soup today, which will go down good on a cold day like today. All right, Josh Hader, the big reliever, they're talking about him setting an all-time record for a reliever. Edwin Diaz signed a 5-year, $102 million contract with the Mets last year. They're thinking, yeah, he got hurt. They're thinking Hader may go above that. But still there's no takers on this guy. He's a lefty. One of the best seasons in 2023, converting, this is what you want if you're a manager, 33 out of 38 save opportunities with an ERA of 1.28. So the guy is a hot rod out there to be picked up.
He is.
Again, why not at this point? I mean, why would somebody jump all over this guy?
Yeah, somebody's going to. Once again, we've talked a little bit about this as far as teams waiting for other players to come off the board. And I think right now, teams are more worried about their starting rotation than they are relievers, and I think after we see Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery sign with somebody, then we'll see Josh Hader sign. I think that's really what teams are waiting on. You know, the team that I'm hearing with Josh Hader right now is the Dodgers. Oh, my gosh, who else are they going to sign?
Wow. The Dodgers?
The Dodgers.
You're talking about buying a team. That'd be like the Yankees in the old days, Steinbrenner.
Yeah,
so, I mean, they're loading up the wagon.
They are.
You get this guy, I mean, they're almost invincible. I mean, I shouldn't say invincible because anything can happen, but on paper, they're very tough to beat, I would think, going into the Freeman and Betts and Ohtani and I'm leaving somebody off. I mean, there's all these guys, Muncy.
Oh, Yamamoto. They got him, and they got
Hernandez. Did they get Hernandez the other day?
The Teoscar Hernandez.
Hernandez. Yeah,
they did. They signed him.
So, I may start liking the Dodgers. So,
if you want a team that's going to be in it, that might be a team to like.
A fair weather fan.
If you're not a Braves fan, because I think the Braves are pretty good too.
Yeah.
But if you're not a Braves fan and you want to be a fair weather fan, as you said, or
jump on board,
jump on the
on the bandwagon,
fan, then the Dodgers might be your team.
Yeah. Speaking of the Dodgers, got a couple of stories about them. Thought this was really cool. Shohei Ohtani, who makes all that money, we know that. Mm-hmm. His native Japan had a 7.6 earthquake. Very, very devastating. We're talking buildings collapsed, vehicles destroyed. Well, the Dodgers are giving $1 million for the relief. $1 million for the Dodgers. And Ohtani's going to take more out of his own pocket and give even more than that. So, and he's got it to give, of course. So they will be donating significant funds to Japan in order to aid the survivors of the disaster. The Dodgers will be sending themselves a team $1 million in aid. Ohtani will be making his own contribution. So $1 million for him is like me handing you a 20.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's got money run out these ears. So,
Yeah.
but I think it's a very nice gesture.
Yeah, it is.
So to help those over there that are in a tough spot, and they certainly are. We haven't heard much about it because it's been over there, but it's been very devastating. They had a couple of calls in the Sea of Japan for a tsunami that they called off.
Yeah.
So anyway, Dodgers are giving money to help kind of rebuild best they can. And I saw pictures and aerial shots of roads are cracked and cars that been swallowed up down in these cracks and houses. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
wow.
It was bad.
Yeah. Could happen here, folks.
It could.
Lord's been gracious enough so he doesn't do that, but he very much could do that right here. Ain't no guarantee what happened in America, right?
That's right.
Right? So, and sometimes I think the more we turn our back on him, maybe he needs to do it to get our attention. I don't know. So, hope not. But he did it in Japan, and the Dodgers and Ohtani going to give some big bucks to help them out. Julio Urias looks like he's dodged a bullet for the time being.
Yeah.
Let go, released, or actually suspended by the Dodgers back in September of a domestic violence situation. And so the case will now be moved to the city attorney's office for possible misdemeanor charges. So apparently he's been placed on administrative leave by Major League Baseball. So he has not pitched since September the 1st. You bring him back, you leave him alone. This is his second time, too. He was previously suspended for 20 games back in 2019 after he allegedly shoved his girlfriend to the ground. What a man. What a man.
Yeah.
Shoved his girlfriend to the ground in a L.A. shopping mall parking lot. So, anyway, he's off the hook, I guess. Is he allowed to come back, or what's the latest on?
He probably will be. I guess now, is he a free agent now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt him.
Yeah.
That's going to cost him a lot of money. For
Well,
sure.
I say, what a man, I'm being sarcastic.
Yes, we knew that.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Shoved his girlfriend to the parking lot, to the ground.
Yeah.
What a man. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, professional athlete. Come
Yeah.
on.
So Trevor Bauer wants to get back in big league baseball now after what he went through.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to touch him either, are they? Never say never.
Here's the thing that just drives me absolutely crazy, and that's the fans that are just screaming at teams to sign him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you look on Twitter, there are fans on there just screaming at the front offices of their favorite team saying, go out and get this guy. And I'm like, no. There's
some point you got to draw a line and say,
yeah.
you is who you is, you do what you do, but we don't need that. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I don't care how good he is. That's just me. But
yeah. So I heard Chuck Swindoll one time talking about he served on a board of directors for some organization with Tom Landry.
Mm-hmm.
And he said they were sitting there at a board meeting one day, and he said they were just talking, before it started. And he asked Tom Landry about character when they would go to draft a player or trade for a player or something. And Tom Landry said, hey, it's the Dallas Cowboys. That's one of the main things we look at is a player's character before we go out and get him. If he doesn't have good character, we don't want him on our team. I don't know if the Cowboys are still like that, but in Tom Landry's day, that's how they were.
And that's okay.
I think that's huge. I think every
absolutely
team should be that way.
Yeah. So anyway, Julio Urias in trouble again with domestic situation, and he should be. And in my opinion, Trevor Bauer did what he did with the young lady, and he's in trouble, or nobody wants him, and I get that. So
yeah,
you got problems. I saw this on TV, and I've seen it in person this year at ball games. People get thrown out of games. The fans applaud them because they get thrown out of the game. Now, we got troubles. There's something way out of kilter, as my daddy would say.
Yeah.
When you applaud somebody for being an idiot at a ball game, I saw it on TV a couple of times where they did something crazy and they tossed him, and everybody, they're applauding the guy because he gets thrown out.
Yeah.
Morons.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. I don't get it. So,
yeah.
As I always say when we end this show, win or lose, be a good sport. Moms and dads act like you got some sense because your kids are watching you to emulate what you do. So,
yeah.
Anyway, So there you go. Now, are we breaking down the divisions today? It's next
Yeah,
week.
we were supposed to do I think, what did you say, the American League East, I think?
Yeah. You want to do it today? You want to wait and do it next week?
Let's wait till next week, 'cause I think
All right.
we're going to have some signings
Yeah.
between now and then.
I do too, and it's going to alter what you.
It is.
It's
It's
going
going
to alter your pickings.
It's going to change what I would say.
Is your mother watching today?
She's watching.
Ev, way to go, Ev. Hello, Ev. So, Imamaga. See, I can't say it right.
Imamaga.
Imamaga. Ev, Imamaga. So make sure you get these names right.
Yeah.
Ev, Imamaga. So she's going, Tom, you're so goofy. So pitchers and catchers report when?
Middle February.
Yeah.
So it's about a month from
About
now.
a month from now,
Yeah, a little over a month.
which is exciting.
And so yeah, very exciting. The other day, I haven't counted the days down. It said 81 days until opening day or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, hey, awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get
Let's get it on.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, so next week, American League East, you will be breaking down the
we'll
division.
talk about that. Yeah,
We'll do each division each week till we.
yeah,
I'll be almost really close right up to opening day. So
yeah.
or
we will.
thereabouts. So,
Yeah. And then last night I was sending you texts, but you were on the air.
Yeah.
So you weren't seeing my texts that I was sending you, but
Well, I did. I just couldn't respond.
yeah, you couldn't respond.
Yeah.
So
You were watching a Dominican League baseball game.
I was.
The guy still had a sticker on his cap, right?
Yeah, it was so funny.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, I see people, I don't know if they mean to do this. I see them wearing clothes out that still got the tags on them.
Yeah,
Now, I understand, you know,
they're going to return them.
they'll return them. Remember Minnie Pearl? I'm dating myself. Minnie Pearl used to wear
yeah, I had
the tag on the side
tag
of her
on the
hat.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen people now, I don't know whether it's intentional, but they've still got their tags on their clothes, and you want to go up and go, you paid $19.95 with that shirt. How would you know that? Because you're still wearing the tag.
Still got the tag,
yeah.
yeah. So it was funny. I mean, I'm just kind of looking at the TV, thinking, okay, what do I want to watch? I go to the MLB app on my screen, and first thing that pops up, Dominican Winter League round robin tournament that they're doing, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So I started watching the game, bottom of the first. I watched the rest of the game. And it was all in Spanish. That's
Spanish.
exactly right. I didn't even turn it down. I sat there and listened to it.
You listen to Spanish?
I did. I listened to it in Spanish. My wife went to the bedroom. My daughter went to her bedroom.
Absolutely.
They couldn't stand it. But I
No.
sat there and I watched that entire game
In Spanish.
In Spanish. The thing that I thought was really cool were the commercials too.
In Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah, and the commercials were everything was like really bright colors and
Oh, crap.
and yeah, it was really neat. I enjoyed watching it, but yeah, this one reliever comes out though, and I texted you and said, hey, this guy's got a new cap because he still had the big round sticker right on the bill, you know, from
Didn't
really-
know.
yeah, he didn't take the sticker off the
No.
bill of his cap,
No,
so
you got to take it off.
had a brand new cap, but
And everybody knew it.
yeah. Yeah, but they're even showing highlights of this other game that's going on at the same time, you know, and
And you're sitting watching this
I'm
in
sitting
Spanish.
I'm sitting there watching it. There were some familiar faces in this game. You remember Starlin Castro that used to play for the Cubs? He played third base on one of these teams, and Starling Marte. That's a familiar name.
Ev, we got to get him into jigsaw puzzles or something. We got to get him into something. Sitting watching Spanish
yeah,
baseball.
I did. I watched it last night. It's baseball. I gotta have something. Gotta have my fix. You know.
The whole evening, his wife goes to the bedroom, daughters leaves, like, whatever, Dad.
Yeah.
We're gone. Whatever, honey. See you later.
The dog sat there with me. Winston sat there with me and watched it. He enjoyed it with me.
Dominican Republic baseball,
Yeah.
which is okay, but to watch it in Spanish, you can't speak Spanish, so it's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and then they'd say a name, and you'd understand the name. It's like, okay. And there were some American players playing.
it doesn't
A guy
matter.
named Cameron Gann started for one team as a pitcher.
It's like me watching a basketball game in Russia. The Russian, two Russian league
Yeah.
teams, watching
Yeah.
them going, no. That's okay. Each their own.
So David Holtzclaw was telling me the other day that has watched some Japanese baseball.
Jules says, leaving the sticker on your hat is cool. Boneheads. I love Jules. I'm right there with you, Jules. Rock on, homie.
Yeah.
Love Jules. She's so cool. Yeah, so.
So I started looking up the rosters of these teams I was watching too.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious, you know. I mean, and you would not believe the rosters on these teams.
Probably wouldn't. So
both of the teams I counted because they just had the list of names, you know, under each position, everything. I counted. Both of these teams had 45 pitchers on their roster.
On the roster.
Yes, 45 pitchers.
Wow.
Let alone position players.
Wow.
You know, 45 pitchers on each team.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was.
We could get him something else to do. So, anyway. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and we'll get ready for next week. American League East. Are you hungry, sir?
Yes, sir, I am.
Spanish baseball, and watch the commercials.
Yeah.
And the colors were so bright, Tom.
Yeah, they were. And I saw the guys that was running for president down there too. They had commercials, you know, for what they're making their promises that they're going to do and everything. So it was interesting.
Making their promises, yeah.
Yeah, it was really interesting. So, but I did. I sat there with my phone and I was Googling stuff about these teams. And Tom, there's a long history there. One of these teams was founded in 1907 and the other one in 1923.
The Dominican Republic team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been around a long time. And, you know, I enjoyed it. So it's baseball. You gotta watch baseball, and it wasn't the most exciting game in the world. It was 3-1 final score,
Can't imagine.
and there was like no scoring until like the 6th inning, and both pitchers pitched pretty well that started. So yeah, it wasn't the most exciting game I've ever watched, but
trying to keep a straight face on that. I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
I love you, man. You're all right. We'll take a break. Joseph Taylor, if he comes over talking Dominican Republic baseball, he's gone. He can't do the segment. So coming up next, we'll talk to Joseph, talk some sports. We're talking sports now. Dominican Republic baseball. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. The Tom Taylor Sports Show. Shots and rapid tests. Tell me about that, would you please?
Yes. Shots is what I've been doing, I feel like, about continuously the last few days. We're about getting into the prime time of flu season right now. So, you know, if you haven't got a flu shot yet, now is the time to do it. And besides the flu shots, which we've got high dose and regular dose, we've got the COVID boosters, we've got shingle shots, pneumonia shots. Right now, kind of flu season, you know, respiratory bugs and things like that. Pneumonia is the big one, and RSV has been prevalent this year, and we've got the RSV shots as well. And with insurance, those shots are free, so, you know, come in, takes about 2 minutes, and we can have your shots.
Tell us about the rapid test.
Yes, for those we do flu and then strep testing, and what we do is charge flat $30 for the test, and if tests come back positive, we can get you antibiotics and write those prescriptions here. So that's something, you know, rather than spending 2 or 3 hours in a urgent care or something like that and then having to go to a pharmacy and pick up medicine, you can come in here, have that test, and we have results in about 5 or 10 minutes, and then prescriptions if you need them, and you're on your way. So
you're a literal one-stop shop then.
Yeah. That's something, if you're sick, you want to be in and out and back home as quick as you can.
Yep.
So we try and make it easy for you.
It's all here at Lingerfield Drug Center, downtown Elizabeth, and right beside Carter County Bank. Be loyal, buy local, and support our local folks here in town. And give me the hours you're open.
Here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
Social media?
On Facebook as Lingerfeld Drug Center.
Phone number?
It's 423-542-2138.
One of our great sponsors, folks, Lingerfield Drug Center, downtown Elizabeth, and right beside Carter County Bank. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Lingerfield Drug Center. Back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I told him, do not tell me you sat home last night and watched Dominican Republic baseball.
Oh, no, sir. No,
No.
sir.
You were watching the Cyclones, weren't you?
Well, I was
Some
watching
of
the
it?
Cyclones for a little bit, but then I got overruled on the TV, and we ended up watching reruns of Supermarket Sweep. So I probably would have been rather watching Spanish baseball.
All right, so enlighten me. What is Supermarket
Supermarket
Sweep?
Sweep is where you get three teams, and they battle for time in the shopping, and then at the end you shop. The team that has the most in groceries wins, and then they get to look for $5,000 in the store with 3 clues. So it's somehow what we've landed on now is a family that we all can tolerate, because it's a lot better than
Barney.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So
we kind of got past Barney.
yeah,
I understand. We're in Supermarket Sweep,
yes,
but it's not Dominican Republic baseball in all Spanish.
no sir, no sir.
I'm thinking, we got to get him something to do. He says baseball. I said, we got to get him something to do. It's okay.
So, when I come on here, you never know what I'm going to say, but I need to take just a minute, because if I don't do this, I'm going to forget again. But I need to thank you. And what I'm thanking you for is the Tom Taylor Readers are Winners.
Mm-hmm.
So Catherine, our second grader, really wanted a T-shirt. And I think I'm gonna miss this, but I think she read something like 900 and something minutes to try to win a
Awesome.
T-shirt. So you offer a T-shirt, and for us parents, like we can't thank you enough, because one of the things you want most is that your kid loves reading.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
Well,
She
you're
was
welcome.
so excited.
Well, we've wiped the slate clean. We start with a brand new 9 weeks now, and now the next, they get ball caps.
Oh, okay.
Everybody gets the top 50 readers at each school gets ball caps. Then we're going to reset it on the third 9 weeks, and everybody gets a water bottle. Tom
Wow.
Taylor Sports water bottle. And
So-
everybody said that'd be something the kids like to have.
Absolutely.
A ball cap and water bottle.
I'm telling you, I was signing that because you had to have an adult signature. I was signing that thing, and I was so happy that she was trying so hard. And you think, oh, it's just a T-shirt, but to her, it's a Tom Taylor T-shirt. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
very kind.
So it was a huge goal for her, and she was super thrilled that she was one of the top 50.
You're very kind. But for me, what we did, we promoted reading.
Yeah. Everybody wins.
Readers today, leaders tomorrow.
Yep.
That's what the late Walt Disney said, and he's right. And if you want to get anywhere in this world, you got to be able to read.
Yes.
And so that's why we're doing what we're doing. The Readers Incentive Program, he's talking about the Readers are Winners. So, and we're in the process. We're going to try and nail that down this week. First of next week, announce the names like I promised I would do. Then on top of that, we're going to get those T-shirts printed by Northeast Community Credit Union. Going to give them to the kids. And so now we're going to start. We got to sit down and figure all this out. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here, but we're doing it, obviously. We're going to go to the next 9 weeks. And now the top 50 readers of each school will get a Tom Taylor Sports ball cap with Readers or Winners on the back of it. Compliments, again, of Northeast Community Credit Union. So, but thank you. You're very kind to say that. So,
Sorry to just sidetrack the show, but
no, it's not so.
Catherine's gotten upset with me the last couple times I've been on. I hadn't talked about
it.
So
Yeah.
thankfully, Leslie reminded me on the way here.
That
You
is not
better-
sidetracking the show. Watching a Dominican Republic baseball game in all Spanish, that's sidetracking the show. I love you guys. I appreciate you all coming in on the show each week. We just hit, again, you out there could care less, and I know that. But for somebody who started in a bedroom with a junky camera and a junky microphone, I thought, I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work, I'll do something else. We just went over 8,700 followers last night. So is it 250,000? No. But 8,700 is okay.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it continues to go up.
And you have every right to be proud. It's not
Well-
bragging. It's just the facts. Like you've grown it from the ground up, and look where it is now, and it continues to grow. I was telling you off air, the broadcast of the Cyclone basketball games is nice. It looks so good and clean, and the score bug's nice. Everything you do is just improving on a product that was already good. So it's just like I'm so happy for your success.
Yeah. Everything we do is improving on the product's already good. You're exactly right. We had 2,800 on we're going towards 3,000 views of the ball game last night. So we had a lot of Jonesboro Crockett fans watching, which we appreciate. So that young lady hit the 1,000-point mark Riley Tulloch, only a sophomore, so
Wow.
I mean, only a 10th grader. You've scored 1,000 points.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that means I don't know what the all-time leading scorer Crockett is,
Sheesh.
but she's got to be in the running for it. So anyway, had a good time last night. Tomorrow night we're going to stream senior night for the Elizabethton Swimmers. They don't always get a whole lot of publicity. It's Swimmers senior night tomorrow night. We're going to stream Introduce the Seniors. We're going to stream that. Friday night we'll be at Unicoi County. Then Saturday back home against Westridge. So that's what we got coming up. So we just keep on keeping on. Michigan, Washington, national championship. What was your take, sir?
Michigan just had their way with them, at least, in the first and fourth quarter. The second and third quarter, Washington was able to make a little bit of a game of it. But Michigan, it just shows you how important the line of scrimmage is, both sides of the ball. If you're able to protect your quarterback, create holes for your running back, or you're able to pressure when you're on defense they were rushing 4 and getting to the Washington's quarterback. You're able to drop 7 in coverage, like no matter how good the quarterback is. That's really hard to deal with. He was taking some hits too. My goodness.
Penix got some pops.
Oh, he's a tough kid.
Yeah, he got popped several times. Now, you said right here on the show last week, and you said it, and you nailed it because you referenced Trent. Back in the day when the Cyclones won these,
Yep.
the linemen made the difference, and we had an incredibly good lineman. We had great skill people, obviously, but great linemen up front making that happen, both offensively and defensively. That's exactly what happened the other night. Michigan's line, I mean, they kind of set the tone early. We're going to run it down your throat. If you can stop us, okay. If not, we're going to run it down your throat, and that's what they did.
Absolutely. And J.J. McCarthy, the quarterback at Michigan, he had a very below-average game, but it wasn't not even a blip on the radar because they were just able to run the ball so effectively. I mean, they were creating massive running lanes, cutback lanes. It was just domination on the line of scrimmage.
We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, broadcasting again on this cold Wednesday. It's not real. I mean, it's not bitterly cold, but it's cool. It's cold enough out there to get your attention. It could be a whole lot worse. It could be a whole lot better. It's how I always look at things. So we could be in Alaska where it's whatever it is.
Yeah.
It could be in Kansas City on Saturday night when it's going to be right around 12 degrees for kickoff.
Negative 21 wind chill, I read.
Yes.
Oh, man.
That football is going to feel like a cinder block trying to catch it and kick it. I mean, seriously. Somebody try and kick that ball. Of course, they'll have those heaters over trying to keep the footballs warm, but still yet. The Dolphins are a warm weather team, so we'll see.
Growing up, I always thought, oh, man, cold weather, that's football weather. I get a little older, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
These domes, not so bad.
Yeah.
These games in Miami, not the worst thing in the world.
So when we do the Cyclones in football around here in the fall, do I want the sweat bath in September where you just sit up here and just bake in the press box, or do you want November where you're up there with heaters on? So
I was joking with Coach Witten one day. There's no shade at the Citizens Bank Stadium. There's just none. And I told him, I was like, man, I wish we could get on, especially early in the season, get like a Saturday at 3:00 game and really get the other team baking in the sun over there. Because my word, it gets hot in that stadium.
The coldest thing for me is doing baseball in the spring.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can be sitting here, and you
river.
know this.
Ooh.
You can start out 55 degrees and a cold front comes through, and you're just sitting there for 2.5 hours. You can't move. And all of a sudden, it's like, whoa. So I pack a propane stove with me everywhere I go in the spring, try and stay warm. But
and I really think it's worse down there coming off the river.
Oh, the river.
Oh, my goodness.
Down the River Rider Stadium. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The wind will cut you in the press box. Yep. So, anyway, they got Kansas City, got some cold weather coming up. Michigan and Washington. Wolverines deserve it. They were the best team in the country. They proved that. I think they got it right on the Final Four.
Most definitely.
So now you sit back and you look at the transfer portal. I got a story where Alabama's losing their top 2 running backs are going to the pros. So I think they got 8 or 9 guys leaving the team. He's lost 3 coaches down in Alabama. They're moving on to different positions. So a lot of folks say college football starts right now for 2024.
Most definitely.
So what's your take on Tennessee football then?
Well, I read today they showed every team in the SEC and how many people they've lost to the transfer portal, and Tennessee's lost the least of any SEC team. So I think that shows you that they've got a good thing going down there. People want to be there, and I heard an interview with the defensive coordinator, and they were asking him about the guys that left, and he said, we wish them well. Don't get me wrong. He's like, but we're not having a hard time finding guys to come here. Like,
no.
don't cry for us. We're good. People still want to come to Tennessee and play football.
Jake is in snow and 12 degrees in the mountains in West Virginia.
Oh, no thank you.
God bless him. That's all I
Yeah.
can tell you. Hope he's got long handles on and gloves. So he's probably skiing, that would be my guess. Snow and 12 degrees in West Virginia.
Oh, man.
They can have it.
No thank you.
Back in the day, I loved it. You remember we used to go sled riding those little brown jersey gloves? I mean, you're out in the, my mother put them on us. It's like, okay, you're out there like 5 minutes and they're wet and your hands are blue.
Yeah.
You just didn't care. You just went out there throwing snowballs, sled riding. But now it's like, no, I gotta have. If you can tell me out there, by the way, and I'm being totally serious, if you can tell me the best pair of gloves I can get, because every time I go get these gloves, if they're thermal this, thermal that, they don't ever keep my hands warm. I don't know what you can get, but I don't know if the military has gloves, but I'm being serious. If you know of a pair of gloves out there for me to get, because once cold weather gets here, to keep my hands warm out here in the press box in baseball, I will be glad to go purchase them, and I'll give you props if you tell me, because you sit down and trying to write, calling ball games when it's cold. It's like, so I'm looking for a really good pair of gloves for baseball season. All right, so
See, I was gonna volunteer to come help you on some baseball games, but you're not doing a really good sales job.
Wait till April.
April, May.
Yeah, April, May, March. So I remember we went out to Unicoi County last year, and of course it was right before. Let's see, was it before or after the time change? Anyway, it was dark early. I guess it was before. They had ice pellets. You could hear it pinking on top of the batting helmets.
Goodness.
And they kept right on playing.
No,
And the umpire would
thank you.
go, I'm right behind him. He'd go, strike. You see his breath. When the umpire made the call, I mean, it was miserable. I look over there, and of course, the parents are bundled up in their chairs, cheering on them boys. So,
Wow.
But anyway, so Jake the Snake is up in West Virginia in snow and 12 degrees. God bless him. So, all right. So
That's
let's
the boy that loves football.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at college basketball. Number 1, Purdue goes down last night. Number 2 goes down. Houston get beat. Purdue got beat by 17. I think it was 16 or 17 last night. Let's see what it was. It was 88 to got beat by 16. 88-72 to Nebraska, which is not exactly a basketball powerhouse, but so it kind of tells you the parity. Tonight, Tennessee plays at Mississippi State. What do you think?
It's going to be a physical game. Tennessee's favored by 1.5 or so that tells me it's going to be a close game. There's no easy road games in the SEC. There's just not. It's a gauntlet. Tennessee will be lucky to go down there and win. Would not surprise me one bit if they took the loss tonight, because like I said, it's hard to win road games in the SEC. It'll be a physical game, I guarantee you that, because both of these teams love to get after you defensively. Probably low scoring as well.
Yep. Hello, Rob Fritz. How you doing, sir? And Patsy Lyons and Carolyn Stonecipher. Thank you guys for watching so much. Tim Whaley, Karen Gentry, Daphne Wilson. Thank you all for watching. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. So you look at the National Football League. Well, Titans, another coach canned.
I was shocked.
I was too.
Absolutely shocked. I feel like it seemed like one of those deals where the coach and the general manager didn't get along, and looks like the owner sided with the general manager instead of the coach. We'll see how it pans out, but I don't think it was the right move.
Yep. I don't think so either. I was perplexed by him. Yeah, okay, he didn't make the playoffs 2 years in a row, but if you look at the talent for the Titans, come on now. It's smoke and mirrors down there compared to other teams. They need some more horses, and now they're losing Derrick Henry. He's a free agent, said he's not going, with Frable gone, he's not going to come back. So now they're talking. I like it. The Raiders. Frable and Derrick Henry may be going to the Raiders, coach and running back. All right, then I hear Harbaugh's going to the Raiders. So I don't know who's going to go, but there's a big pool of money out there waiting for somebody trying to turn that franchise around.
And it seems like a lot of people are waiting on the hammer to drop on Bill Belichick in New England. So can you, if you look at Belichick, probably one of the greatest coaches of all time. Not a huge fan of him, but if he were to be on the market, Vrabel, highly rated as a coach.
Yep.
Harbaugh, this might be one of the best pulls of head coaches in a long time.
I think Belichick's still has some gas in the tank, if you will.
Yeah, and he's going to be motivated, especially if they want to make a move and move on from him. He'll definitely have something to prove.
NFL playoffs, let's get your take on it before I let you go. Cleveland at Houston on Saturday. Who you like?
I like Cleveland. Cleveland's got a really tough defense. I think they're going to go make life tough on the rookie quarterback down there. So I go Cleveland.
Going Browns. Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Kind of resurged in his career, doing a great job for the Browns up to this point. Texans will host that at 4:30. Again, Saturday night, 12 degrees, wind chill, 21 below. They're talking in Kansas City, the Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins.
Got to go with the Chiefs. I
Yep.
mean, if it was in Miami, it'd be a toss-up, but, that's going to be a shock going from Miami to Kansas
Good
City.
night.
Ooh,
Yes.
man,
It's going to be cold here next week, but I don't think it's going to be like that.
not like that.
Sunday, Steelers and Buffalo. Pittsburgh or Buffalo?
Buffalo. I think they're playing really well right now.
See, I'm crazy. I'm going to take the Steelers with Mason Rudolph. I mean, this may be the upset pick.
Yeah, not a bad pick.
But Buffalo's tough at home, and they went down and beat Miami at Miami
Yep.
to win the AFC East. So
The thing is, Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Bills, he's going to give you some great plays. He's going to give you some terrible ones. So if you can take advantage of the terrible plays, you'll have a chance to win that game.
you're going to call me up next week and go, what were you thinking? You picked the Steelers, Tom.
I'll send you a text Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with that, Tom?
Well, how about those Steelers, Tom? Yeah, you got it. Green Bay at Dallas on Sunday. Cowboys or Packers?
Man, I hadn't even thought about that game much. I think the Cowboys, but I think the Packers will be good in the next couple of years. I think they found a quarterback. They got a good young core, but that's going to be too tough of a task to go down to Dallas and win.
Rams and Detroit.
I go Lions there. Stafford coming back to Detroit, emotional game. I still think the Lions can pull it off.
How bad has that franchise been? It's the first home playoff football game for Detroit in 30 years. That's an
Sheesh.
incredible stat.
Wow.
So they're going to be rocking in Detroit.
In the NFL, like they really preach parity too. So that's some special kind of bad.
Mm-hmm. Then on Monday, the last one, the three AFC games are Cleveland, Houston, Dolphins, Kansas City, Steelers, Buffalo. NFC, as we said, Green Bay at Dallas, the Rams at Detroit, and then Monday night, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay. Eagles or Buccaneers?
Man, the Eagles are stumbling into the playoffs, but
They
I still
are.
think they can handle the Bucks. I go Eagles.
Going the Eagles. All right. So
Yes, sir.
it's been a good run here. So Cyclone Sports, we got them again coming up Friday night at Unicoi County and Saturday West Ridge. And Tennessee football's in good shape.
Yes,
Tennessee
sir.
basketball's in good shape.
I mean, Tennessee basketball, you'd think they'll probably move up into the top three
I
if
would
both
think.
of those teams,
I would think they've got
if they win tonight.
at Mississippi State tonight, and they play at Georgia on Saturday, and the polls come out, and they come back home for a couple. So
Yeah.
if they can win those and knock them down, there's a good chance that they can go up in the polls. They should.
So I was listening. Somehow I ended up listening to the end of the game on the radio last week, the Tennessee game, and I heard an interview with Rick Barnes, and he said he tells all of his guys out that they're out there that the most selfish thing that they can do is to pass up an open shot, because they say if your teammate passes you the ball and you're open, they think you're going to shoot it. They try to get the offensive rebound and get in position. If you decide not to take the shot, it messes the spacing up and everything. I'd never heard a coach say
It's
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's true. Rob Fritz says the Titans will be the Carolina team next year. Rob Fritz says, how many Lions players were even alive last time a home playoff game was there?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
So, and it's true. It's been a while. So that's what's going on. We got, 6 teams looking for a coach now? Carolina, Washington, Atlanta, Tennessee, the Raiders. You know, they got an interim looking for a full-time coach. What's the number? Who's the number
Chargers.
6? Chargers. Number 6 team. So
I'll tell you, I don't know which one's the best out of those, but I tell you which one's the worst. That Carolina job, because you got an owner that's too hands-on. You don't have a first-round draft pick. I believe that's the worst of the 6 open jobs.
the guy throws a drink on the fans. Got fined $300,000 for throwing that drink. So
I think he's got to be the worst owner in the NFL now. Now that Snyder's gone, he's taken that throne.
yeah, well, they got to make some changes in Carolina.
Yep.
And so you got rid of the GM. You fired your coach. So
But I think he's been the owner maybe like 4 or 5 years and has had
revolving door.
that many coaches. Because my brother-in-law is a huge Panther fan, and I like to bug him about just how bad the franchise is.
Jerky's chain.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we jerk people's chains even when we're older.
Yeah,
You always think when
yeah.
you grow up, when you're kids, you do it, but when you get older, the chain jerking don't stop.
I'm
does
probably
it?
worse now than I was when I was younger too. Because I mean, you just want to give people a hard time. Nothing serious. I mean, it's sports. It's not life or death.
No. Somebody asked me last week that will remain anonymous. Said, Did you hear any more? Did Joseph get in trouble when he's busting on his sisters? I said, I don't know.
No.
Was there no feedback?
No. Thankfully, none of them heard it and didn't say anything about it. So
Mom, everybody's okay.
Everybody was okay.
Okay, so everything was cool. That's good, because I thought, well, there's going to be a butt chewing down the road somewhere. Joseph's in trouble. So we're watching supermarket sweeps now.
Yeah, supermarket sweep. Yes, sir.
All right. So, and Barney's been put on the back shelf for the time being.
All the cartoons have been put away, and I'm not too sad about it. I'd rather watch supermarket sweep any day. There's good things and bad things about your kids growing up, obviously, but not having to see some of those shows is definitely not a bad thing.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you, sir, for stopping
Thank you.
by.
Absolutely.
I'll be all nursing home. Stop road drove by the other day. It keeps on keeping on, doesn't it?
It sure does. We've battled some COVID, some RSV, but I think we're maybe on the right side of that now. I mean,
it's not just you. Everybody's dealing with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's out there, and it's just, I guess, something we have to deal with.
Yep.
So, and you are, and so things are looking up, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Quick break for Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. We are live here. We'll take a look at, got some more sports to look into high school basketball coming up next. Busy night last night around the area. We'll tell you all about it next year after this from Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Auto Insurance. How can you help folks with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things that we do here at Horseman is we kind of target our niche market as educators, school teachers, school employees, cafeteria workers, custodians, superintendents. We cater towards the educational community, and we design all of our products for that purpose. Some of the things that we do, for example, if a teacher has an accident and she has her Horseman insurance on school property or while she's on school business, even if it's her fault, no matter what her deductible is, we're not going to charge her a deductible. We're going to waive that. If her car gets vandalized on school property, we're not going to have a deductible for that either. If somebody takes something out of her car while it's on school property, that's also going to be covered with no deductible. If they have, say, a computer that belongs to the school and they get into a car wreck and it gets destroyed, we're going to replace that computer for the school system. And so if they ever have to transport a student in their car, a lot of companies would consider that business use of your car. And so what Horace Mann does, we said, hey, look, we understand that you're a teacher and there's an emergency situation at times, even though the school board says not to do it. If you're going on a field trip and the bus holds 30 kids and you got 33 going, and you might throw 3 in the back seat and follow the bus, and for whatever reason that you have to take a student in your car, we're going to make sure that liability insurance extends to that child, and they'll be, all the medical bills and that sort of stuff will be covered.
Lots of reasons to give him a call if you're an educator or not an educator. Either way, to get a quote from Horseman Insurance. How do we get a hold of you? Social media and phone number?
Yes, you can go to horseman.com, which I have on the board up here, or you can go to call us here at 543-0059, option 4, ring right to my desk. Usually that phone number is good until about 10 o'clock at night because we do cover the West Coast. There's agents, in California, so we've always got someone answering the phone here up until at least 10 o'clock at night.
Rick Walters, one of our great sponsors here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. We're awful proud that he's one of our sponsors here on the ball games and on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Thanks to Joseph stopping by. He said, as he walked off, he said, I'm not going to go home watching Dominican Republic baseball tonight. I said, thank you, in all Spanish. Mr. Salyard, you have it on tomorrow, tonight after church. There you go. So he just can't get rid of that fix of baseball, and I get that to a point. All right, National Football League, trying to nail down how many teams need coaches. The Raiders, of course, they got rid of Josh McDaniels. The Panthers fired Frank Reich. Chargers dismissed Brandon Staley. Falcons got rid of Arthur Smith. The Commanders fired Ron Rivera on Monday. Then yesterday, Mike Vrabel goes with the Titans. So You got, 6 coaches and 5 coordinators been let go. So a lot of openings right now in the National Football League. A lot of this will get filled by coaches down at the college level. So, and then there'll be openings in the college level. So it's kind of a revolving door. And so it's just kind of like the ripple effect. Alabama running back Jace McClellan, who led the Crimson Tide in rushing this season, announcing he is going to enter the NFL draft. 890 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns. He was the team's second leading rusher a year ago, so he's gone. Roydell Williams also entered the transfer portal last week, meaning Alabama will lose its top 2 rushers. So they all told have lost 8 players to the NFL draft off the Alabama team. So there's another one gone. The 2 top running backs are gone for the Crimson Tide. Back to Doug Frable. This guy, I don't think will have a hard time finding a job because he has been, he went, 54-45 over 6 seasons. Over top of as the head coach of the Titans, the top of the Titans staff. He at one point was the coach of the year in the National Football League, back-to-back 11-win seasons. Also saw a surprise run for the AFC title game back in 19. Tennessee fell to the eventual champion Chiefs. But last 2 years he's won 13-21. The quarterbacking was Ryan Tannehill and Will Levis, so they had quarterback problems. He's 6-11. This year missed the playoffs for the second consecutive year, and so the owner fired him. And so Doug Frable out, I wouldn't think for very long. He's a very good coach, and again, all the players and a lot of the players in Nashville said for the Titans he was a player's coach. So for the Raiders, again, more talk about John Gruden maybe coming back. He has his day in court next week in Vegas to see if his lawsuit against the National Football League can go forward. As his lawyer said, Gruden would drop the suit if he was given his job back. Davis never really wanted to get rid of Gruden. He was forced to because of what happened in the email controversy back 3 years ago. So I didn't know this. I did know this. I'd forgotten it. Every owner is required to interview at least 2 external minority candidates to be in compliance with the National Football League's Rooney Rule. So you have to interview minorities for these head coaching jobs. I don't know how that works, how you do that. And if you still have your guy picked, I guess you go through a formality. I don't know. But anyway, that's how that works. And so Davis is not above bringing back John Gruden for the Raiders. We'll see. National Hockey League last night. Anaheim gets past Nashville, skates past the Predators 5-3. Other winners in the National Hockey League last night: Seattle, Tampa Bay, Toronto, Vancouver, the Canucks, Florida, Winnipeg, the Oilers, Arizona, and Calgary all get wins on the ice. Tonight you have 3 skating: Montreal and Philadelphia against the Flyers, Minnesota, the Wild, and Dallas against the Stars, and the Avalanche hosting Vegas tonight in the National Hockey League. That's what's going on there in the NHL. So, as promised, we're going to take a look at college basketball, or rather high school basketball. Again, last night, as we told you, top-ranked Purdue losing on the road to Nebraska by 16. Wasn't a fluke. They beat them fair and square. Number 2, Houston goes down. The Cougars losing by 4 to Iowa State. Other upset last night, 17th-ranked Colorado State goes down. The Rams lose to Boise State by 7. But when you're the top team in the country and you go on the road and lose by 16, that's a statement, I think. There's some problems, and I guess Nebraska had a hot hand that night, to say the least. Hello, Bernice. But that tells me there's some problems in West Lafayette for the Boilermakers. One game a season does not make, but when you're the top team and you lose by 16, that's a big deal. Hello, Coach Duggar. A gym full of family. I'll never forget that. That was awesome. Have you had your fruit cup? Get me some ice cream. That's what I like. Man, getting ice cream on a day like today, little feller. Running around with Coach Duggar. All right, top 25 basketball tonight. Again, 5th-ranked Tennessee at Mississippi State. 3rd-ranked Kansas. The Jayhawks play at Central Florida. The Hokies, the Virginia Tech, hosting and hoping for an upset against 21st-ranked Clemson. 13th-ranked Memphis home tonight against Texas San Antonio. North Carolina, the Tar Heels, 7th in the country, playing at NC State tonight. 15th ranked Wisconsin. I like the Badgers. Pretty good team. Wisconsin playing at Ohio State tonight in Columbus. 4th ranked UConn traveling to Xavier to play the Musketeers in Cincinnati. 11th ranked Marquette home to Butler. And 9th ranked Oklahoma, the Sooners, will play at TCU tonight to battle the Horned Frogs in men's top 25 college basketball. Quick break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at high school basketball from last night. We'll break it down. Tell you who won, who did well, who played well, who scored a lot of points, so on and so forth, as we celebrate the birthdays today of Tucker Lee Taylor having a birthday, my camera guy. Rod Stewart, Maggie, can't even do his voice, Maggie May. He is 79 today, Rod Stewart. Hall of Famer George, boxing Hall of Famer and entrepreneur George Foreman having a birthday today, 75. Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot fame. She's a birthday girl today. That's her big signature song. She is 71. And Bobby Rahal, Hall of Fame race car driver, team owner, having a birthday, 70 today. That's who's having birthdays on this Wednesday, January the 10th. You can tell it's cold outside. People open this door. It's cold in here. Well, not cold in here, but you can feel a draft. How about that? But it's toasty in here. I'm not implying it's cold in this restaurant at all, but you can just tell when people come in from outside with the door being open that there's a little bit of nip in the air. Quick break. We'll be right back after this from Dr. Justin Smith and Physical Therapy Services, taking a look at high school basketball here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On to Dr. Justin Smith from Physical Therapy Services. Folks out there may not know. Tell us what it's all about. What's PTS all about?
So PTS is all about just getting people back to the things that they enjoy, the things that they love. Whether it is the athlete that's wanting to get back to playing on the high school, collegiate, even the professional circuit, or it's maybe the grandmother that just wants to be able to hold her grandchild without her shoulder hurting, or her neck hurting, her back hurting. So from womb to tomb, we've got you covered, whether it's the pregnant female that's having some sort of pelvic floor or back pain issues, all the way up to the individual that just wants to be able to get out of the chair again, and everything in between, we got them covered. So we've been in business since 1980. We're the oldest private practice in the state of Tennessee. We're still going strong, and we will continue to be successful because we do things the right way. And ultimately, we take care of the patient that's in front of us. And as long as we do that, everything works out well.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook at Physical Therapy Services. All you got to do is just look up Physical Therapy Services or Physical Therapy in Elizabeth, and we should be the first thing that pops up. So yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with us. You can call us, email us 543-0073 or ptsstaff@yahoo.com with any questions or issues that you have. We'll point you in the right direction. If we can't help you, we know the people that can.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks, making it go, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, the good folks at Physical Therapy Services. And again, with Double C Western Supply, a lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service, I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the next newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them, and just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabeth. And again, social media, they're there, and also the website, doublecwestern.com. So, proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diane and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does. And back on the Tom Lewis Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Take a look at high school basketball from last night. Who won and who lost and who did well. Got to tell you, the Lacey Bird lit us up last night. Young lady had 20 points on 6 threes and a couple of free throws. The night was Briley Tulloch scored her 1,000th point for Crockett. She had 18 points, but the knife last night for the Pioneers, in my opinion, was Lacey Bird, 20 points. Bella Ferguson had 11 for the Cyclones. Michelle Shields, 15 points, and Marley Mathena had 13. They were our players of the game. Port Charles Deli players of the game, but last night Crockett wins it. Lady Pioneers get a win of 59-42. Science Hill beat Jeff County by 3. 9 players score for Science Hill. Lexi Green with 19 points to lead them. Daniel Boone's ladies win by 11 over Volunteer. Josie Jenkins made 5 threes, fired in 19. Lily Waters had 12. Kylie Bacon 11, and Ella Wilson had 9 for Boone. Veda Barton led Volunteer with a game-high 23, and J.C. Begley chipped in 13 for Volunteer. Morristown West ladies beat Dobbins Minter last night 52-48. Hannah Fry had 16. Caroline Hill 13. But they lose by 4 in Morristown. Tennessee High's Lady Vikings win by 16 over Unicoi County. Will be at Irwin at Unicoi County coming up on Friday night. Addie Wilhoit, 13 for Tennessee High. Addie Moore, 12. Faith Bennett led Unicoi County with 13. Haley Rush and Allie Lingenfeld each scored 11. And a losing cause for Tennessee High for Unicoi County's girls. Let's see. Hampton beat Happy Valley 59-31. The Lady Bulldogs got 5 3-pointers from Taylor Berry. Faye Carrico scored 12, and Bria Hicks had 8. Marcidia Moore had Happy Valley's leading scoring with 18 points last night. Chucky Oaks ladies beat Johnson County 55-50. Kennedy Brown had 11 points to lead the way for Chucky Oak. Mackenzie McLean and Desiree Robinson both had 11 for Johnson County, and Sierra Green had 10. Green Bulls ladies beat Cherokee 70-18. Kyla Job led Greenville with 20. Anna Shaw had 10. North Green beat East ladies 53-50. Hannah Miller and Haley Bailey both had 14 points. Ella Head had 13 for North Green. Asia Kierans had 16 for Sullivan East. Paulina Hooper had 13, and Kylie Hurley had 12 for the Lady Patriots. That's all on the girls' side. On the boys' side, Hampton beat Happy Valley by 49. Gino Carrico, career high 19. Hayden Campbell, 18. A.J. Campbell had 9 and a losing cause for Happy Valley. Hampton beat them 79-30. Grace Christian beat Providence Academy by 14, 51-37 on the girls' side of things last night. On the boys' side, let's run them down for you. Who won, who did well for the Hampton, or rather for the boys' side of the basketball last night. Science Hill beat Jeff County by 19. Morristown West beat Dobbins Minute by 9. Of course, our game, Crockett beat Elizabethton 64-49. Brody McGuire, point guard, excellent. 17 points, 15 of those in the second half. He can play. For the Cyclones, Jackson Hobbs and Mac Paulson were our players of the game last night. Greenville beat Cherokee by 21. Hampton's boys, as we told you, over Happy Valley, 79-30. Hampton's girls beat Happy Valley 59-21. They beat them by, 38 points? Chucky Oaks guys over Johnson County by 24. University High beat Kachia, the homeschoolers, by 9. South Green beat West Green. South Green ranked in the state to beat them by 18. That was on the boys' side of things. In the girls' winners, Science Hill beat Jeff County by 3. Morristown West ladies by 4 over DB. Daniel Boone's Lady Trailblazers by 11 over Volunteer. Tennessee High beat Unicoi County's ladies by 16 last night. Chuckett Oaks ladies over Johnson County 55-50. Hampton all over Happy Valley 59-21 in girls play. South Green's girls beat West Green by 16. North Green's girls beat Sullivan East by 3. And Washburn beat Unaka's girls by 21. And that's what you got going on in high school basketball from last night. All right, the volleyball was represented. High school volleyball all-state team. 5 out of Northeast Tennessee, which is really cool. Double-A squad, Volunteers Veda Barton and Greenville's Atlanta Click. Single A was Autumn Holmes of Science Hill and Carrie Wilson from Westridge, all-state volleyball players. And in single A, Mackenzie Niston, Niston of South Green. So, again, Triple A all-state volleyball. Autumn Holmes, Science Hill, Carrie Wilson of Westridge. Double A, Veda Barton of Volunteer and Atlanta Click of Greenville. Single A all-state volleyballers, Mackenzie Niston, Niston of South Green. So congratulations to those ladies for being all-state in volleyball. Love watching volleyball. It's really cool. I think it's a cool sport. It's kind of grown on me. Don't know a whole lot about it, but it's kind of fun to watch. And so, good time had ball in volleyball. Of course, it'll be cycling back around. It'll be here before you know it for the volleyball season. Don't want to rush things, but it is. Time marches on, folks. It's really crazy for me to watch how fast things come back around. So, quick break from our title sponsor, Ford of Elizabethton, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
So, here's the deal. An opportunity presented itself for me to come check the dealership out. They said it might be for sale. My wife, my mother-in-law, both of my sisters happened to come last September, and we ended up at the Covered Bridge event, and we just thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was a blast. We weren't planning on being there for that. It just so happened the time that we came, the Covered Bridge event was going on, and we just loved it. We loved the community, we loved the energy, the vibe, and we felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to serve the community. Because every time I look at a store, I always look at how could we improve the community, how could we create jobs, how could we improve the business, and the upside was so tremendous in the Elizabethton community. I just felt like we could come make a big difference, and we've been able to do it.
You have. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Elizabethton. Social media, how do we find you?
So Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Elizabethton. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. And we're ready to serve the community, sell cars, and make some happy customers.
Amen. What's the hours you're open, sir?
So we're open at 7:37 in service, and we're open at 8:30 in sales. We stay open until 7.
Our title sponsor, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And again, you have until 6 o'clock tonight to bid on these items here. You can still do it at collinsandcompany.info. The Finders Keepers online auction until 6 o'clock tonight. Hundreds of items on here to bid on. Collectible items, a metal cutting bandsaw you can bid on, antique hand tools, vintage glassware, pocket knives, antique lamps, household furniture, decorative pillows, all kinds of goodies. It's called the Finders Keepers auction at collinsandcompany.info. That would be where you'd want to go and bid. Cutoffs at 6 o'clock tonight. They got a brand new listing, by the way, on Nave Hollow Loop in Stony Creek. Turn on Blue Springs Road on the Nave Hollow Loop. Look for the H&H Market sign, and there you'll find it. Look for the home of the new gravel on the left. Here it is. It goes for $249.9. Here it is, a brand new listing. CollinsandCompany.info, $249.9 on Nave Hollow Loop. Want to check that out? It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with property. Again in Stony Creek. Nave Hollow Loop, CollinsandCompany.info. Container Man, we drop, you load, we haul away. It's real simple. Locally owned and operated. They got them all over town, all over the area, as a matter of fact. Brush, wood, debris, bricks, tires, trash, unwanted items, you name it. You call, we haul. ContainerManTN.com. Again, just call them at 431-9267. 431-9267. ContainerManTN.com. Tell them what you want. They'll come out and drop it off. You fill it up and they haul it away. It's real simple. He's got them all over the place. George got them in Kingsport, Johnson City, Jonesboro, here in Elizabethton, Gate City, Irwin, Bristol, Mountain City, Butler, Roan Mountain. We drop you all. They just bought 14 more 40-foot containers. We drop, you haul. We drop, you load, we haul away. ContainerManTN.com. Love promoting that. It's a great bunch of folks, and thank you because you're responding to what we're talking about. We appreciate that very, very much. All right, NFL playoffs. We take a look at the Saturday games. We'll take a look at those now. Look at the Sunday games tomorrow. Browns and the Texans at 4:30 on Saturday. For only the second time in 20 years, the Browns are in the playoffs. How about that? Second time in 20 years, the Browns are there. They played each other back in Week 16. Browns won at 36-22, but C.J. Stroud didn't play. The Texan superstar rookie quarterback will be on the field this week. Browns defense not too bad, so they'll be at 4:30 on Saturday. The Browns, the 5th seed, against the Texans, the 4th seed. The second game on Saturday, in the cold, 12 degrees, wind chill, they're saying, in Kansas City on Saturday night, be 21 below. The Dolphins, the 6th seed, against the Chiefs, the 3 seed. Tyreek Hill going to get a chance to go back and beat his former team, and this time he'll get to do it in Kansas City. They played in Germany in Week 9, and Kansas City won that 21-14. Over in Germany, as we said, the temperature in Kansas City expected to be below 12 degrees Saturday night with a wind chill of 21 below. Cold, cold, cold. Sunday, 1 o'clock kickoff in Buffalo. They're expecting snow in Buffalo. The Bills, the number 2 seed, and the Steelers, the number 7 seed. Josh Allen has faced the Steelers 4 times in his career. He's gone 3-1. Sub-freezing temperatures, possible snow. Mason Rudolph will be your starting quarterback for the Steelers. That's the 1 o'clock kickoff in Buffalo. 4:30 on Sunday, the middle game. Number 7 Packers, the number 2 seed, the Cowboys. Revenge game for Mike McCarthy. Only the second time the Cowboys coach has faced the Packers since being fired by the team back in 2018. He lost the first meeting back in 2022. He'll be looking to get his first win over Green Bay. He'll get that chance at 4:30 on Sunday in Dallas. Then the Sunday night game, the Rams, the number 6 seed in Detroit against the Lions. First home playoff game in 30 years for Detroit. Lions will be welcoming an old friend back to Detroit, Matthew Stafford. The Rams quarterback led the Lions to the playoffs 3 times and never got to play a home game. Also a big game for Jared Goff, the quarterback for the Lions, who will be facing a team and a head coach who traded him away because they didn't want him anymore. So interesting storyline. Stafford back to Detroit against Goff, who got let go by the Rams. So interesting storyline for that one on Sunday night. Then you have on Monday the number 5 seed in the NFC, the Eagles, at the number 4 seed, Tampa Bay. Eagles are stumbling into the playoffs. They sure are. But they'll go to Tampa Bay knowing they beat the Buccaneers back in week number 3 in Tampa. Eagles won that one 25-11. So interesting to see how that goes on the playoffs coming up. Starting on Saturday, the 3 AFCs and 3 NFCs, and of course, waiting in the wings. AFC team with the bye was the Baltimore Ravens, and the NFC team with the bye are the San Francisco 49ers. So those teams are waiting to see what's going to happen with the fallout of this weekend's 3 AFC playoff games and 3 NFC playoff games. Back with more after this. We're on the road at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On to Travis Constable again with TNS Home Improvements. Tell me what it's all about, sir.
Well, we build decks, do porches, roofing, underpinning, under mobile homes, a little bit of remodel work, but with the decks and roofing, we just try to stick on that end of things.
Absolutely. And so they've been at it for how many years now?
We've been at it for a little over 3 years now.
3 years. TNS Home Improvements. They go all over the Tri-Cities. You take quotes. You're licensed and bonded, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I make the phone call. Let's step me through real quick. I make the phone call, get a hold of you, say we're going to come out and see what you got going on, and tell me what do you do, take it from there. What happens next?
I'll schedule a day and time to come out and speak with you and give you an estimate, and you just have to say yay or nay, and then we put you on the schedule.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook.
Yep. And the phone number is?
423-946-8432.
They've been at it, folks. Again, started with a drill and a Chevy, what was it, Chevy Blazer?
Chevy Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Yep. And now they're up to 5 full-time employees and four part-time employees. They're going great guns. They want to help you. Let them come give you a quote on what you need. TNS Home Improvements, sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Back with one of our great sponsors. Again, Sherry Holtzclaw with the Jewelers Bench. Valentine's Day. Here we go. I'm going to be your van of show and tell. Yep. We'll start with this
Here's
one first. Yep. And tell me about this, would you please?
So this is a yellow gold paper clip bracelet with diamonds.
Right.
It's $11.99.
Yep.
$1,199.
Yep. Got it in stock, ready to go. Sell a bunch of these, very popular. Here's the disclaimer every time we do this. Don't let this camera on the computer sway you about looking at this, because this thing's got a lot of bling to it. The camera just won't pick it up, I can promise you.
Prettier in person.
Oh,
always.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's a good way to say it. Prettier in person.
Prettier in person.
At the Jewelers Bench, all right? Number two.
So these are sterling silver. They're half carat.
Whoa.
With diamonds.
Okay.
And those go for $299.
$299. Any lady looks smoking hot with those in her ears.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I love the shape of them.
I do too.
They're not your typical diamond hoops.
Nope, they are not. I like them. $299. You know, I lose money every time you do this show. I end up buying stuff for people. So, but maybe not this year. Let's see what we got. So.
And then this is a sterling silver heart pendant.
Love that too.
With CZs, and it's $149.
Yeah. And again,
comes
it has
with the chain.
If you look at it right here, the lighting has a lot of bling to it. And there, not so much because the light's not there. We had a light back here bouncing off of it, which we will when we come to the shop in a couple of weeks. So there you go. That goes for how much?
$149.
$149.99. Love it. Okay. And I like these. These look really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are pretty.
Those are pretty. All right. What else do we have?
Okay. So we have this double heart sterling silver necklace with diamonds.
Okay. Double heart. Oh, look at this. They're intertwined. Look at that.
With paper clip chain, $249.
$249 with a paper clip chain to go with it. $249. Any lady would love to have that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
From their significant other.
Yep.
So $249.
Heart can represent her, and then her significant other.
There you go. It's a his and hers kind of thing going on, or a hers and hims.
Yeah.
Either way. $249.
$249.
All right. Good. Let's do one more here.
So always a good gift. These are cultured pearls.
Yep.
$269.
$269 for the cultured pearls. There you go. Very nice. Available at the Jewelers Bench. Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram. And then website is jewelersbench10.com.
Where are you physically located?
104 Broad Street, right across the street from Port Travis.
Yep. And the hours are open?
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Yep. One of our great sponsors, folks, Valentine's Day. Don't miss out, guys. Good time to get out and shop. And quantities are limited. At the Jewelers Bench, one of our great sponsors of Tom Taylor Sports, and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And Michael, the Tom Taylor Sports Show is going to wrap it up here again. Big thanks to our guests stopping by today, Joseph Taylor and Greg Salyer. Thank you again for being with us here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Show number 1998, 1999 tomorrow will be at Big John's Closeouts. Get ready for this. I'm looking here, colder weather telling us it's going to be coming in here next week. Let's see, you've got tomorrow 50s, Friday 50s, 36 for your high on Saturday. You have a high of 42 on Sunday. Monday, snow showers, 36 degrees, but it's going to be down to the teens on Monday night. Tuesday, cold, probably one of the coldest days of the year so far. Tuesday will be 27 for your high with an overnight low down in the teens. Then going to warm up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll get back up to where a more seasonable temperatures. So it's okay. We'll pull through. And a good place to come get something good to eat. Good hot food, Chick-fil-A soup or chicken tortilla soup or regular chicken noodle soup. The mac and cheese comes out red hot. It's good, too. Sandwiches come out hot. It's all good, folks, right here at Chick-fil-A. Come in, of course, and dine with us or go through the drive-thru or put Chick-fil-A One on your phone, on your app, and order it that way. And then, of course, with enough points accrued, you get free food from Chick-fil-A. You can't beat it. So, and of course, anytime's a good time to give a gift card or gift certificate to Chick-fil-A or from Chick-fil-A. You know, Valentine's Day's coming. They always do the trays. They do nuggets and strip trays shaped in hearts. They do that for Valentine's. I'm sure they're going to do it again this year, too. So it's all right here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We appreciate Tommy and Mary and the folks very, very much. So we will rejoin you tomorrow, ready to go. Show number 1999 will be at Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabethton. So looking forward to being over there tomorrow and see what all they've got going on as we get into spring fix-up season. And also the wintertime, what do they have to keep you warm? I know they got those milk barn heaters. They call them milk barn heaters. They've got those, sell a bunch of those. So we'll let them tell us tomorrow what all they're going to be doing for cold weather and the winter and also getting you ready for the springtime. So all that coming up tomorrow from Big John's Closeouts. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, our verse of the day, let's run it down to you one more time. It is awesome. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and today, of course, no different. 2 Thessalonians 3:16 is the verse, and it says, goes like this. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with all of you. 2 Thessalonians 3:16, our verse of the day to end it. Back tomorrow, 1999 show at Big John's Closeouts. Until then, for Tommy and Mary and for Joseph Taylor and Greg Salyer, our guest today, this is Tom Taylor saying thanks, as always, for watching the show. Bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching it. Back with you tomorrow from Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabeth.